Yo abusia and so ya da foforo and then ye ka ho asem. Today we are going to talk about a very important topic. Topic a ehu hia yie. Tie, me pesa me ka bibi e de kire ye nyina me yete ase wo hu. Blacks wo hu. Ye emotional and also soulful. Tie ni ye ma me wa ha sei. Nti so be de ye nyina hye traumatic condition bi mu. E wo ye subconscious mind mu a. Not the whole thing na kwa yet say a gold mines for these archons. So American. In fact, Maame reading in our moment of blacks are emotional and soulful. Therefore, keeping and experiencing traumatic event in their subconscious mind is like a gold mine for these archons. Debia yeti asem omo se sunsum bi ana enyame bi ba asase so omo ba na omo se omo be mine gold because na ba bi omo te no na omo honom no sei enti na omo be mine gold na omo de akwakoye omo wiase na sei no sa asem no ye kan ye nhwe ne sen eye gold ben ena na omo ye nyame no omo so sha na ebi ni omo wiase ana omo aba ha so omo ba be hwehwe sa gold no wa ha eye die be nyame no eye die be gold no sa asem we ye nhwe ne tra na say ye mfa ne serious almost say dream comes true ye koswa de bia ye kasa asem we say dreams come true dream be mu a ebe mu manipa ana ebe mu manipa bi ana ebe mu metumi bi ana ebe mu mesunsum bi ana ebe mu anyame bi say ye kasa dream comes true a ye holding no in high esteem. Aya yendwin sasem no ho ana yemfa ne se ye bibi tra keke ene nipa eka yemfa yani nto so ana yenkitabu dedenden. All these are things that me pese me no mienu nyina ye den ye dwen ho abusua eba ne sen ene nipa nko a ewo wiase ene se omutua bibiare ewo wiase a omu use including enframa ye home edi koyemu unim se ye tuaka oka bibi se ya na ebinum mpese omobete ase mframa nipa ehome wasase supo yetuaka womrekwa bibia wate asefo asase su se ye kan ye nchichem ye se plants and animals ye nchichem se we ye nipa na we ye se obia atena ewiase ni mu free but onipa dasani de mframa ohumi mpo esese otuaka na bibifo de omode na ye den more aso ebibifo watamfu bi a omo tan omo yire no omo pese omo wipe omo efiri asase so de bia apampam atonton na ye chase obi from one place to another. It happens to only ebibifo. Ene me pese ye discuss dream walkers. Metaphysical cosmology part 2. My part 1 dada. Se sa na me ye episode no. Me ye baako a na ma twen kakra ansana because charts na be ye high tie ni ye. The words I use in my editorials, they are not for sale. Enti obi a all ye charts na ontumi pont na sem planning ni charts ni ye obi ka bibia na wafa ho na all market wo ho no. Just be vigilant. Me, I don't need drama to be relevant. Enti me ni adaje for drama. Ba wo a me ne wo kasa no. Me ma me ne wo nka bibi wo ha for free. Na afi wo nkona wo nkoto ehonum na ya na problem kese ewo enti ene enkoma mini obedi na maka cho dream workers eye metaphysical cosmology my part 1 dada as we go no me refer ene me ne wo 93 different stages mu ye be call the ethereal eno na yeti de bia na spiritually ena spiritual ene mpese ye delve deep enkom ni yenhwe me ne wadi kan aka dada say ethereal no eye liquid eno na ka ese metoa so ba me poso kakra ena masanse say ba bia me flipi akobia no medidi akoho nti find a notebook so that adwuma we ni be ye easy ama wo na ye easy ama me nso so nti ye be hwe the ethereal ye free honom a ye be ba be hwe the mental plane honom na matter ewo ye be hwe no nso so na fe ye wi a ye ba be hwe dreams come true sa asem no say ye tie a I know a lot of you remember the editorial we did a month ago about realms and Chebia in the cosmos and the need for us to understand the levels of spiritual planes and what they are. You know, last time na me no fa be 3-4 stages mu e na me ka kire o say se niama ne bi wo ho a wunya ate ase pe afei wo ma bibi enye wo hu biom na wo boa wo ho na waboa wo ma wabusia wo fiefo kakra no ni ye nyame na ye koyanim me ne wo ye we a month ago. That was the first part me ye ne me to aso maseda se sie downloads wo mu a me de be ko bottom hono is for those who have me at heart and those who deserve this platform. And I know many of you have been demanding the continuation mubisa. So today I decided to open the next chapter in our series on metaphysical cosmology of realms and planes. Yeah, part 1 dada. E wo this same platform so when timi anhwe sa ada na me eje wo se wo be kwakoshe after this episode. Again, this is a spiritual masterclass topic. Enye into these things like this education like this, these teachings like this, the shallow-minded and the hungry, lazy people cannot understand this. It's beyond them. But you deserve it. Even if you don't understand it today, you will gradually work your way up. I had to say, I university, no be odina class 1. I say they are more coming to say that because any size, any level. I want you to understand that education in spirituality is vital because everything exists in the mind. Therefore, we can't take any chances in protecting our minds. Into what you didn't know, would say in the past, sebe kafra facheme. Na unyamisu no wakum no. Na chere say ewiase na wotini pon to me calculate den. Untumi calculate bibia because sebio kafra pani nyini abofra nyini nyansani nyini na sebe jimifo nso so enyini sebio sebe uba abodam na so na mabonten a unsesa wo fie document no properties na enfa nkoshe ne nsa because unim so sorry ye na obetumi agane nyina ade egu ho enti we don't have to joke with our minds at all. It is God, it is cosmic, it is spiritual, it is etheric, it is in fact everything that makes you a perfect human being. I want us to understand this. So to teach spirituality is not a chicken change. It is not for the faint. It is not for those who can eat from left and right. It is not for lazy people who will do practice with everything. No, it is not for them. It is for you. You, the person who want to focus on your ascension, and spiritual teachings, because sebe, so what you mundo yempo temple mua. Ejana yebema wabubu ho, Bible mu. Muna mube bubuja, na mwako nsuo, se ye, usunsum afemu a dia wo beye no na mmom no se wo se wo temple ni mu na wasan abon kra na won se ni ahobrase a wo besua de ende ade chattes no so a untumi mpon kreti chattes no ade obi aka bibi na wa ride behind it. I'm saying this and I'm saying this again. I will never allow anybody to ride behind my back for free. Enye adwuma. Ai enti se ye o se wo ya chatawale ni stone boy ade ni bi na de atrendi a me nji obi esika so obi ni me mbeko e na me set up a stage so for anybody enti me corner me make it sure so se me ni obi eni asem enti so ni me benya asem a me ni benya asem left right center front back. If you have a case, present it. Say na why me na ye behwe na solve it because me I'm a peaceful person. But I can be very, very venomous. I say me tina me kona iti hodi me obi eni asem. So oni mbenya asem a me benya asem big time. Aya bomodin ana bomidin. Wo bomodin ana bomidin ka ho a na aye nice. Because I'm not doing ajana 1, ajana 2. Inti me kra de enye wo mate ni me in any way. So don't pick up. I will not allow that. Try and mention my name. Try na make sure we say nyonyo nkote pen me. Aye. When your pastor speaks about visions and his visitation to higher realms or your spiritual person, catch us na me call ha and me go two way na me di free ha and me ba ha and me pa bron samasum and me ne omoto owiase bomb and e ba ya na me mene ye and e fi he and e call he and e ba when they tell you these things. So almost visited the higher realm and in the realms of the spirit. You give him your entire energy and attention because it is a new thing to you. So what you say, and I may call me higher way, and should it be a new thing to you? It's a question I'm leaving for you. And spiritually, me call spiritual high court, and I may call way, should it be new to you? It's a question. You lack familiarity with things like that because you're conscious of asem no more kanu. Inti ye wo so mo ka be different na unim ho hweye. Inti say nipa ne ye even special than you are. Yes, I say ye fa na and I say ye fa ne sa. A question. And now because ye nimuntia. It feels supernatural and extraordinary for a pastor to tell you that he flew and went to a higher realms and met an angel who gave him an apple to give to the church or give to the group. And I say, we, you want your group leader to tell you that this, that, and son of what to me are jedi. Into Google, they be not their bro. When they tell us, say, and at the higher say, and at the say, and I find him, and they could see her no more. And ya say no feely. Paucho, bibisao, new, should, it's almost a casa near me ya. A ya one casa utienu, who feel saying. But can't you say, me call me whom no soon move yase, Sana Mutaka, and soon move yasano, and almost say, and that day no, none a year beton apple, because soon move yasano, yes, you'll be angry apple. Internet said that day, Nedia, ope womb po, apple a walk room 2 CDs, no, obeton a 10 CDs was sort of one a year de beba. Meaning said that so cost so dear, and no dear me said, me, matungum was sorry bebrebe, mean to me, bo be edding. But I sorry be what no more so for ni kwan tu kwan kwa brochi da otoka mienu miensa or beba or some more organize program 7 days na mu register kana me bam dia claim be cars no. We know these things but we don't really care. But me be sase se no sa niama na ewo ho monto apple ni ade me gidi se nyame adom se sa niama na eden atwam. He also went to your family's house in 1899 obebo date where he saw a generational curse and he needed some items to perform akwankyere to solve your spiritual problems. And also so asafo ni to me ko high. No ma could do that level. No so wa beka kyerɛ say okoye kra no na o maame kra po no ni ye di dade na ye di 2 and 1 no ye de ahye ne hwenim na o se edua so na o mo asogya wanase na o mo ho no te se kyenkyenga okoye na oba ye na obeka we nyina kyerɛ. So mo beka we no ama akwankyere obe solve this problem na ma make problem is you onu ni fie predwan. The topic of the spiritual realm is exciting because our minds are created and spacious for things like that. Inti na mu wiase no and yet ansem no pe na ya be vulnerable, but our inability to experience real celestial events causes us to fall for quacks. Because ye say ye gina chire ye gina kwanchen ye gina baabi e na ebinum na wo saa kwanya nti onya started say e na say ape na what do you because ye wo say sunsun mu wiase asem na omo ka no wo de wo ye hokwo wo ho obi and no opportunity to get there. Into no, they are starting soon, they are kicking way abom, near dear you. A time is coming, everybody will get to know everybody. We know me explain bebre because me explain bebre. And no, I am now fast somewhere the abremino. Aye, into me explain bebre by the amaking. One casamina. Jinehona fakwa chile mwakwaba. At the best spiritual word you may dear Cassie. So as for my name, it is Maame Grace. But on this platform, any other platform, I will be showing any other show, I will be showing what platform you so no may bear a different name. Let's educate ourselves about realms and celestial lands. And yet very important so that we be country will say or poase no wakofa bees e de abere will say ji na fatu kom na waji atum. It will help save us from quacks. Spiritual higher courts to any de keke kan ho so we beti sa niama we ase a when somebody is telling you all this we beti ase adenti na sebio sebe fache me asembe mpa na ato a spiritual high court Omo se sebio kafra fa wo pieto no mo fa jamwa miensa nhye wo panti nim no mo fa nkyekere na twitwa wo mowere ni utiri wini ne eka ho nyina aka ho no mo fa nko spiritual high court nkodi wasempa cho wo na ku Yesu wo na ku Muhammad wo na ku Krishna obone ne tesen adai. Because we don't understand so many things. Inti niyama bebre na yeden koso what is spiritual, what is plain, what is etheric, what is way na beda ni nsem ni bebrebe. This is metaphysical cosmology. Realms and planes, chapter 2 with Maame Grace. We've done the chapter 1 already. I welcome you to my mystery school. And that is going to be a great day. We are going to have a very beautiful conversation. Mwakwaba, yensha di ebesine. I believed you, I believed you, I believed you, I believed you, and I send you love. I send you love wherever you are watching me from. I send you love, I send you love, I send you love, I send you joy. I send you strength, I send you peace. I send you peace, I send you peace. I send you strength, I send you wealth. I send you light, I send you pure light. I send you light, send you light, I send you light, I send you pure light, I send you light. Wherever you are watching me from, I wish you a nature day. And I welcome you to another episode of Spiritual Hour. On this platform, I am the pride of our ancestors. They speak through me, they smell through me, and they drop every particle of information through me to us. I am the goddess of Akabulan, full African woman. African spirit is born in me. I care about my people, I love my continent, and I will do anything for my continent. I welcome you to Spiritual Hour. Today we are discussing dream walkers. Metaphysical cosmology part 2. We've done part 1 already. See me bubu episode nimu. When they realize what happened to the platform last Sunday, Spiritual Hour no. When they realize because of the content no, na enya problems inti baby wa Ubo content in this in play. Baby also a ubo so or see no view. Like they were trying try BBR to won inti ena oshe letters and so ye nya office one letters a content no ye create no I to say threat ya abem. Ubo empire no abobi amame. Obi anti me nya mehwe. But ese mean to mean fa bibi e wo me mu no emfa mbra abonten. Last week episode no a trigger ebufuo no not even in Ghana. It went beyond borders. Into that video no go through turbulence. One no ubetimi akwa we did a druid holy druid temple and only a year but so many anje into that show ni go through a whole lot. Wa share no uhu ye ma ye nuanom ni bimpo status and no more complaining our comment session hono but see I think it's still there. But still no, you will get something out of it. We keep pushing. Sometimes, like I told you last week, in Yamani be wa nekano, easy, but yebeka because ye pese yeka. Medikan ebubu and mu experiences. Edi amount or suffer beka se sunsumu wiase obi ono so beka se nyankopon bi ana mu court and am because anam go medical ebubu mu amount but yenhwe a few experiences from some people also from the Bible said ye be ya de me beka no ebesisi so amount na make sense to you. This platform we are purely educational platform and we focus on yourself, the God in you. Our focus is ascension. We are not selling anything to you. We are preaching your own self to you. It's all about awakening. It's all about the God in you. It's all about your ascension. That is what we are doing here. And I am your spiritual visionary. I am giving you some of the experiences from the Bible. So then, the assembly the Bible is filled with heavenly and extraterrestrial encounters. And this, for some reason, is a thriller for some religious people. So when you look into the Bible, and encounters, Jacob, any above one kunye, and idea betting the son above one two in the loins, or Danny Apache. Encounters bebre ewo. I am not ready to read the Bible now because me mpese mi video ni be tin. Now I don't want to do more than 2 hours. Intino ebi wo kwa not me ready, but because I have a lot of people, the known, unknown, the weak, the powerful ones watching me on this platform, you know, me nja bibia so tra sa keke, me bosswa na mama scripture no, me bosswa na mama scripture no. I have been honest with you, sir, from now, no, when you are watching Time with Maame Grace and Spiritual Hour, watch them with your books and don't watch them once. It's for your own good. Enti, niamani bi SCC, na religious people ni bi ehun ni say bi e thriller e bibi esi ye e na ya tro no enu bi na mpesa me boboso na udi ye basis so that me the assembly soma wa obeti ase. For example, the Bible describes Enoch being taken by God to heaven to avoid death. A binum experience a omo kanono say Enoch was raptured. Everybody is aware of this. I think Metaphysical was also raptured. I think Elijah was also raptured. Bibi na efa omo kosoro omo experience no what was it about? Echere said then we hu owuo Enoch we hu owuo sa na Bible atro Hebrews 11 verse 5 me kan e ho no pe by faith or say by faith one can say by God or say GDA by faith Enoch was taken up so that he should not see death. It is not by God, it is by faith. What is the meaning of that? Eye ni gidie nti ne wanhunu owuo na onyame efa no de ne course obi encounters obi experiences and amebo so ma. And he was not found because God had taken him. That is Enoch. It is in the Bible. Me say that and amebo scripture ni nyina memma obebre so that if you say we ntoso ma wa you have multiple to compare. This is Enoch's experience. Also, you will remember a remarkable event that was described in 2 Kings chapter 2 verse 11. About how Elijah ascended to heaven in a whirlwind, showcasing the divine realms and the existence of a place other than our physical world. This is also Elijah said the American no you say ono so was taken ono so a jebi and a train and then a that is ono so ni experience. Abraham was probably the first to bring our minds to metaphysical journeys in the Bible. Adenti Abraham ne betwen ya adwene eba so says akwantu no e metaphysical. This can be first traced from Genesis chapter 15. Musi obi ni Bible no. I mebubo we nyina ama mo na monko read. Where according to the Bible, he connects with a big cosmic force. What is that big cosmic force? To start the biblical journey, which has incredibly become the foundation of most faith-based religions across the world. That was Abraham. Ni move. And when they all this Abrahamic religion, no yeah they and they buy. Forming the origin of the Abrahamic faith. And you know, Judaism is not different from Christianity and Christianity is not different from Islam. They are all Abrahamic religion. We better accept this and be free. Adi eni home to me manen wo. So why don't we say it as it is so we will all be free and focus on what to do? Again, we found another celestial encounter where Ezekiel delves into extraordinary visionary realms in Ezekiel chapter 1 and 8. Also, the encounters no or mine. Make sure that I make my scriptures no, so you will take your time and go through. Encountering magical celestial beings and symbolic entities that transcend earthly understanding. This is also Ezekiel. Onusuni niyama ohun yenie. Ye huni nyina te say cinematic world bi bibi esi a giant bi ba omo won horns bronsam bi. Is that how we should calculate it? Or we should look at it from another or a different angle? Say ye nkrofo we ye nipa. No mu go through all these encounters no. And I say ye what Bible na all these encounters ni all this mythology ni ewo mu no saying na ye nipa ne ye nte ase saying ne ye mfa no eno na ye question na me bisa no. In the Babylonian era, Theo, Daniel, a priest, also navigated through a transcendental vision, according to the Bible in Daniel chapter 7 verse 12. When so ye dia Daniel so onu so ohu ye e dia na Daniel hu ye o se ohu se beast bi You're stripping it off all the strength, but no one man embrace on tenacity for some time. This is what Daniel also encountered. Daniel saw in his heavenly visions powers and transformative energies. This is what Daniel also encountered. Mema unkrofo ni bi na wo de atoto ho read those scriptures na hye niama asa unkrofo we nyina omuhu ye na afa yentumi nye comparison na me de asem ni nyina si so ma o se kim na afa wa ba bete ase e de ama me wo ho. Paul, the apostle in the New Testament, because who quote Old Testament no one be quote New Testament, they will feel that no de hu hia ti me de bi so aba fom ne yen hwe ono so ne encounters ono de mema plenty scriptures because of the New Testament. Bible say obaye be sha asem no mu ma wan be ye amfiri ho, but who quote bi wo Old Testament no one be quote wo New Testament, it's a problem. Paul, the apostle in the New Testament era, also went through a series of transformative spiritual encounters in Acts chapter 9, 10, 16, 18, 22, 23, 27, and 2 Corinthians chapter 12. Adia we ya maka kire we won say we smarter. Hwe figures na wo honi nyina. Acts chapter 9, 10, 16, 18, 22, 23, 27, and 2 Corinthians chapter 12. Go and calculate the figures, the numbers, and look at the energies it will raise, and look at the encounters. Apostle Paul. Listen, don't just read and don't just copy. Be the real deal. Nipa betimi atena se atwen wo se wo video ni mbra no mo because it is worth it. I don't want you to watch my video because you are in pain, because you are troubled, because I want you to watch the video. I do pain, no troubles, because you care about yourself, you care about your soul, you care about your spirit, you care about your ascension, and you want to do everything all by yourself. Per the beliefs of Christians, these experiences propelled his life's purpose. Offering revelations that made Paul more powerful than even earlier disciples of Jesus. According to the Bible, because of experiences the entire Vatican, the dynasty of the Pope, and the Catholic Church stand on the traditions of Paul. That is why I don't understand why some of these charismatics and the rest, don't want to respect their grandfather. That is the Catholic Church. But they call them all names. They don't want to acknowledge that. Automatically, it makes them rebels. They've rebelled against their own energies. We are right to attribute all these to various celestial and higher realms encounters. Say niyama we nkrofo we huhu ye ni nyina no eno na ebe ye fapim kese edema asore osumosum. I have so much to say. I can't even read all the scriptures nti na meja ni nyina de ama wo no. Said ebe ya omu mfili say menye serious nti na meja scriptures na wo. Just take your time and read them. Ebe bua wo papa ebe ma wahuhu ano ebe ma wate a lot of things ase ye can encounters na sunsumu wiase na meko sunsumu wiase. You would have to understand. So we be kenkan say niame na obetie sa episode na ote ase a untina ho mo bi emfa sunsuma sem enfam be believe. So those scriptures I just gave, it will give you vivid informations and evidences towards the American. I am just pleading that the pastors, the bishops, bloggers yet, they should take a second look at the book. It will do all of us a lot of good. Now, ena sunsumu wiase, ena etherically, ena ethereal. Mina mitaika etheric, mina mitaika flip, mina mitaika switch, mina mitaika glitch, mina mitaika timelines. So what it is any ama we ya? Na afe end scale. So let's look at the ethereal. When they say ethereal, what is it? If we were to be in classroom settings, the question I would have asked is this: what is ethereal? Kamebisao. As a member of my spiritual platform, what do you think is the ethereal or the etheric realms? So because ethereal na etheric realms, no, etheric, no, and I say, Mr. Wa, wudwin say, what comes into mind? Say obi cancer etheric ne realms and the ethereal pacho, then about what dream. I want you to share your answers in the comment section as we move on with this education, because we are doing this together. So, what is the etheric plane that we've always spoken about? And in the etheric plane, no, and I mean, who say, and I'm here, what is it? If you could imagine the next place beyond the 3D troubled world, then that's it. Adie bia wuhu ebro aha sei nso no eno na obetumi afre say etheric teniye pa ma me wa say it is a dreamlike universe just beyond the physical world, the bridge between the body and the soul. Say you can etheric world etheric plane eno na me describe it we say ano. It mirrors our reality but in a more fluid, luminous form. San won tie se wo hwa ahwehwem sesi a wo betumi ahwa ahwehwe no se wo ginem na wo do nsa aka ba wontumi nso wo mu ehwo no matter is not part mpacho te ase but yen hwe se etherically no sa na ete ana eye shaky ana eye te se bibi a ehwie ana eye te se bibi a esone ana ete sen. This is also a realm of life force. Eko na nkwan so ahoodin bi ejina energy eno so wo ho and vibrations ana vibration eno enso so ehwo nom na esituati so temase enti sa na etherically no sa na eno so te eha na me wo a bigger problem. If you tell me that na ya lock wo na wo ho ena wo ko na wo bie na door ben na wo ho, there's no matter there. Enti how? I don't understand, but I don't really care. It's your choice. Everything here pulses with vitality. And every thought, movement, and intention leaves a visible trail in the energy field. Adie bia odibe shawa dwenimu. Adie bia te wakoma mu. Adie biara. Like you are what you think. Oh. You are what you think. In many esoteric traditions, it is believed that the etheric body is what keeps our physical body alive. Our Bible mususo. A channel's prana and also ki or chi. Ya obe friend biya obe fa the Chinese if was a chi. Now we was just say ki. Ya ope no wafa. Or spiritual electricity through a network of unseen movement. Share. So wo beti sa de we ase a wo ye bibia men dwen say dia obi hu a wo ye no kwa na mata. Because dia wo ye in secret no equally fuels your fluid. What the unseen world honum. Occult mystics, this is how esoteric people think about what I'm saying. Occult mystics also say that the etheric plane is like a glowing replica. One say, me mau obia ne said ya ordering. Na mi wi me no wa be arrive at a particular point. Na wan kasa so wakwa akwadwini. So to say, inti occult for no so almost etheric plane is almost doing say a glowing replica of the material world. Some almost etheric plane no, filled with shifting light, like a movie, sacred patterns, some and energetic structures. Some occult mystics no so almost etheric plane. The easiest way to see it is that imagine a world that is not quite spirit, not quite matter, or something in between. A world between the spirit and the physical. Me ka kire last week no wa say science of one be friend quantum entanglement. And I mean so as a spiritual visionary no. My friend is say cosmic memory. Which mu etisa edema. So what you say? Say one obi ehunu no differently, but me kire baby a ebinum fa free na ye na ababesi so. In certain occult schools, me say in certain occult schools, this realm serves as the base of the energetic ladder. And the first step in learning to manipulate or sense the unseen. Ahanom na saa de na hyase ewo. Nti ese utumi pa ahase no ho. Na afi utumi enrich saa that side no. Na afi wetumi ayeden. A start ewiase bi a yemfa mata we enko ho. Na yemfa ye nisu hu no. Wetumi a start say wo assess. This is how the certain occult schools also measure it. What this means is that when you want to do sorcery, when you want to do sorcery, witchcraft, or spiritual healing, it starts from the ethereal. Ekona se niam yi na wo enye ahana esano na no nkyere se obi atuntumi nye den enko because here healers work with energy in this realm ahano omodi energy na ye adwuma auras and chakra spin. And the body begins to dissolve into its truest form of light. I think we so what time with Maame Grace last Sunday. The way I chemicals be boom clapping, shouting, chanting and praying. Now the way I drums no sounds and vibrations and frequency electromagnetic force no start here. Na ya build was so sounds and frequency ne vibrations no. Now ya build was so near the spiral no e dey aye me no kan we na last week what time with Maame Grace. Nti e ba ne sa pe na kpa na your truest form of light no na afi ayeden aso eno na mo friend say nyame. A lot of us don't experience the true nature and beauty of the ethereal because of choked energy centers in our bodies. Bebre when your energy centers are choked, it's yes nyadowa any bad body shape. I'm not body shaming anybody, no. I'm not even doing that. Eye Ghana na wo ka no kora kire nipa e se wonto sebe na wonfra wo papa wewu ni una na wewu empampa nipa na ansa na waka no kora kire no. I'm telling you this, aduane kese ya amane ne yare na owuo na tuato. Me se de aduane kese yare amane obre na owuo na etuato. That is aduane kese. Because there are people who are naturally born fat, but until naturally mu say aduane kese no for us to understand. Enti ye bebrebe body centers ni bia block ebi mpo ntumi na any etipaye ni ahodo ni nyina ye wo energy centers ni bia block. So when you sleep and visit these planes, it is usually blurry images and unclear pathways. Enti nema ye ni gidie wo ye da yesu. But ye feel so be na betimi aye bibi ama ye hu bibi. Se wotumi hwe wo hu yi a u dai sumu na hu bibi a ewum because eye natural in you to access all these realms. So what you say? Enti se we obi asabi o facha me. We didi ama wo we na block ya. O da kra so da ya wo nkai se wa hu. Inti eba ne sa utsu da eni mpo a eye blurry and na enye clear to you. Inti de bia wo hwehwe obi se omboa wo. Boa wo ho. Na wa na wo ye wo. This is why the use of copper elements and spiritual jewelry must be made habitual. But chise bibia ye obi ansa. At least wow, there are things you can actually use your phone to do. Obi anforce wo de wo ho. She bibi a wo pani wi ase ye dan se ye ka se ye de she wo ho ansa wate misrew. Also, meditation is important in aligning one's chakra for a clearer journey into the etheric realm. Oh, Asam Mekai, be honest, do you have time to meditate? And no, all the 3 days, all the 1 week you come baby meditating, no way to yesika. Is that how it works? The same as church. Communicating with your energies, your spirit, your realms is not 3 days journey and then it is ended. You have to be disciplined enough to make it a ritual, part of your daily rituals. But what adaje? Uni adaje, nti ubemo obi enya adaje, aplani bibi ama. Nti we na ema me wo my problem, na me wo how bebre. We don't have time for ourselves. Bibi ye peso obi nyema yen. Ye problem no. So this is etheric realm. This is how it looks like in all forms of education and now in all sorts of occult places and now occult groups. And no medical actual. So person what is etheric, what is etheric world that and no and a match na matchra wakwenya obia na nkwankra bia so wo etimi ko without anybody's guide. Now let's look at the mental plane and also so yeden. Yenhwe monks, priests, rabbis, and spiritual masters have mastered the art of taking their attention to the mental plane. Ebi mwe grumi omo ho. Eye choice o. Eye choice, eye decision. Wankasa wo beye. Enti omo so di omo timi aye no away from the noise of the physical world. Eni anga na ha de nka wunya bi nye. Na Sunday no afi na we mo de omo de car abegina na omo bo na mo property rate na mu chese. We are not upgrading in anything. We always have to be treated like children. Yan joini kiwa na ye the way ye de ni e kan asem. You know what to do, why don't you do it? No emails, no letters. Abrochire letter obekwa abia na omo de ahye do na se na ade ba kon e mehi wo abrochire. Wonchuro bia o so de bi obi churo. Ahadie ye the speaker sika so and am property rate and am what all this. When would this end? Ye ko change ye cheaper. Ya sunlight tin who ye Ghana kada. Ya sunlight tin. When are we going to when are we going to grow? When are we going to grow up? And kola ne sunlight abrotin kola mpo sunlight nje adio. Am fancy here. Tie enye se make part say ye ntimi nyo. Mi nim de ntia ye mpese ye beye. Se ye nipa ne ye mpe o. Se mbranso na eni ho. Se bibi e betumi ye nso na entumi ye yo. Mintumi nti ase. Sometimes I na ye so embarrassing, but obey anything. De na bolaka bo abena ben pipin na chese mentally we are not stable at all. For our spiritual master class, we must explain what the mental plane is. So here we go. I say yetumi chire mu. The mental plane is like a place where thoughts, ideas, and imagination become reality. Are we mentally stable? You can mental hospital. You can say, is it the same thing? Is it spiritual? It's the realm of pure intellect. That is mental states. Imagination and intention, where ideas take form and shape before they ever touch the physical world. Ahanum na bebre ni bi. Bebre ni sa ability we. Inti one show a obeye. Ipa 1 million be copy. It's so beautiful. I don't care. E omo so born to extend say ajana wa na omo ye no kromo ntumi nkope no. They will pick your words and sell it to people and insult you on top. Mention my name. Me say wo problem with me a. Say it to the public. Say why me saying. I will personally come and beg you. Now say me ni issue. Now you are riding behind my back for food. It is so cool. But you want to lick my mouth. That one it won't happen. You say mention my name. If the etheric plane channels light force, the mental plane shapes it. It's how beautiful it is. Say adiani ba adwini the mental plane no. Ahono mo apena kpakpakpakpa na afi wa start who create way who bo say ye car o say ye dan o say ye dien o who be hu ana pim ade no aba abesiwo until you work from that plane. You cannot do anything here physically. Ade say we. If your consciousness is 3D, you send emotions into the etheric world, and that emotional energy continues to the mental plane for it to be shaped and created into reality. Inti dia na wo wadwenim. your mental plane, your etheric plane, a day na ewo ho. Inti sa ade ewo ho no no, di obi ehu o, se e reflect what wo so sesi, how would you look like? Because bibi a yehu no, enya ha na statifi. A statifi baby, no wajeje na bamba, na ode na ba bepie this physical world. Ti mi bisaw. Eniama ewo wu mu no, se shape na create into this reality a mesre wa wo hwa ade ye ben ene de beba asase we senso. Nti na meka se de wo wadwen mu na shape wo. Se wadwen mu te na wakoma mu te a bibia wo ye bie ye yie. You don't need to struggle. You don't need drama. Because what moves in your unseen body, no, that is what reflects on your physical body. But if your consciousness is operating from the etheric plane, like a warlock, one, or sorcerer will do, and also you're different. Tell me, Maame, the way I operate from each plane. Na ba na make sure wa ha, and I make sure nipekuo bi omo operations wo ho no nsonsono ye den ewom. Enti se wo operate in the etheric plane no, like a warlock or a sorcerer, you don't send emotions into the mental plane. No. We enti da no make sure say ebinum suban no, when we say it's okay for onipa dasani tie so obi bekam na waka ne bi is very okay because eno na ma wo ye nipa. But so obi ti ne ba bi no nka wo no ndwe wo hu po na wo sori a wo si ne so de bia na nipa so nya wo mate ekwan bia so no eno de ye ero na aye impetesem egbemela opa behavior na ebe ya zu gbemela ye le nya gbemme ma trozu enwoli no me trotrogazu enwoli no. You don't send emotions into the mental plane as a sorcerer, as a warlock, as a witch or a wizard. You do not send emotions into the mental plane. You send light forces that are processed into reality in the mental plane for your physical world. That is what you do. Enti se yesi ye ka pa anka wo ye sunsumu nipa wo ni obi nyasem. Honestly, it is only in Ghana. I don't know what is wrong with us. Still, a parasite will come and look for you for trouble. It's so disheartening. Minim dia hayen. Chese minim said ye to me a chuku ye nyonku nipa. Said ye to me a call gossipy to create confusion. I am a dream who I mean to mean tiase. If you were a spiritual person, you don't create emotions. And fan koto mental plane, fan ba etheric, and fan ba reality. It's not done. That is what I'm saying. Say when you are approaching spirituality, don't approach it in your lowest level. Some will sit down, they will send you emotions, and when you decide to reply, then they will start playing a victim. Now what we dey na wa me meji inje you are on a different path. I'm on a different path. Ni krama india agro na krama betafre manom. So ne krakra ne sen. Ne krakra pa anything. That is why the moment we start processing all our consciousness from the physical world, we are canalized because the physical world is operated by emotions. I don't want that. Don't bring that to me. Why are you always emotional? I am not emotional unless you send that thing to me. Like I have to send it back because I don't need it. But obi baby say, and yes, we are emotional, na say we are spiritual na no. And also nya no kware. Say we are honest person na ohun. And na obi ye wade a, you voice it out and move on. Yesi ni pedindi ni tirimu osu aya tete no na ye nananom wo sa akasa na omoka. No, it is okay say we ye nipa a wo tenkwamu ide. There are emotions everywhere. And ube ya African dia, we are naturally emotional and soulful. That is Africans. Yes, yes, full spiritual beings. And that is how we actually operate. But why are you sending emotions to somebody? wo kwan bebre so na yo nipa person no to me sending emotions to somebody. Fear, anxiety, love, hate, anger, sadness, etc. Ewa ha asase we say so. Say ye be explore ni nyina na nipa so wo ho akwanya say obe explore ni nyina entro ene nokore nipa pe na wo ho akwanya say oka. Una betumi aye papa aye bone, una betumi atwa ntro no wetumi aye papa. Eye nipa, eye akwanya ewo ho ma nipa. The strongest energy in the 3D lower dimensional world is fear. That is why I hate it. It's a 3D and a sounds lower dimensional world. I don't want to belong there. What rules there? The energy that rules there is fear. Energy biya who say ye love, say ye hate, say ye deno. They are all energy that operate through people. Enti me, what do me amedo? What time ame time? Yes. Because all this fear, anxiety, love, they are all energies that operate through people. Not the way I don't need what I don't need. I don't want what I don't want. I welcome what I want. And that's me. But when you want to operate at the lowest level of this third dimensional world now, no operating fear. I have nothing to do with fear. The reason I say that, the day Africans will break free from fear, a lot of things will change. Yes, so too much. Me say da Africa for ebe yi fear everyone say yensuro dia mobile yensuro say. That will be the day a democracy never end. Now democracy never end is why a lot of shiftings will take place. Mo bi me country me say me omunko yeku. Me mpa basa ye. Nipa wa adwen obetumi adwen ate bibi ase. Nipa nte ase because ye tan ye ho to extend say sometimes so dwen to be nte ase. Senya ayi wadamayo se ho anwan yi ene akabeneza anka Ghana fo no ye YouTube no nka wai. Enti no somebody like this onyeshe or ten hunu na we say ye obi kosoro chen ya ye nyanke ye kuna to atwene. We are people that operate in the lowest level of this 3D world. That is what I don't want. If we can all come down and work on ourselves, and kafie befio ye fear ntine edi otan about so ye fear na ma we jealous, ye fear na ma we bitter about somebody. Obia starting abrabo 60 years. I started spirituality over 25 years. So started enra. You want to be like the person. No wala. Ye were role models. But you can never bring anybody down and build yours. You will collapse. You will fall flat. Yes, sir. Before you subai no. Mena meton we. Mena me say inti no say we. No ye say. Na sama wa wuken. Sanka ni minyansa anka sama we wuken ka onkada. That is why everything around you is causing you to panic and to be afraid. Because baby awote no. Ehun krom. Who got the lowest level of this 3D world? Inti na usuro bibia. Enya wo na usuro ba baby we reduce ho akodu no. No. Because by doing so, you send emotions of fear and panic into the mental plane. Wo de bekosoro to be manifested into physical shape and form for you and your community. Adie bia wo beje mu no Bible aka adie we yo or say you will reap what you sow. Aya ye feel say wakodua mu no otwitwa mu. That is not it. If you send emotions of fear and panic, back to you, manifesting, shaping a bad place for you. This is how it works. It is believed that people millions of years ago were living with ethereal and astral bodies. Does that mean they didn't have this mechanism? What does this mean? Se na tete mre no na nipa na omotiti wiase ni mu no na omotiti wiase ni mu with ethereal and astral bodies na sen na ete. It means na honam ni ama no ane honam no na omo awiki no na omo reduce no se sie ekrom ayete honam no na wa ahoden. Enu nti somebody would want to show their owa and say on show nyama also nyama and getting at you. Baby ye farmers no workers no mu wiero mu mpaboa ene omo yi sekan ni ade omo di gupo wunim ho wo de we tuetue maso bomidi na hwe omo se bomudi mame oh my god enti na omo ebre omo honam na se me ka se omo wo we obi bedwen se me pa se na omo yesusum da bi tie se wo honam we eba for ma eye din said a lot of things are obetumi aye tie say o fast simple 7 days continuously a obo say wo kasa aba fom enti na me ka cho say aduane honam entimi nko ba bia enti o fast be 4 days 7 days obo say wa energy out be shout tipo no edin wo kasa na wo kasa nketenkete sa na ye nananom no omo nam ena no omo ye no omo ethereal and astral bodies enti na omo do omo ho na omo chicha omo ho ade enye nne wo betena wo da mada obi be fast mama because at the moment wo honam ne be ba fom no na unya misu na yeden apagya ne ho. That means their attention and consciousness were in the ethereal and astral world because na omo focus wo obehwa na dan no omo si a omo si ne nketenkete round no omo di wura na guso ene ade na chese omo attention ni ha bebre se si e wa tokas na busuafo na nkasa sometimes ebinum ho ahi oboa omo a omo ma ne ye difficult enti wo behunu wa toka bebre na esi ho na nso obi nya nketewa bi no de ye uba na nka obetumi afidi ne family na nkasa na ye betena o na yen ankasa we've turned into animals sebe mo fa nche me some of us enti wokobo obi kura na afei abeye difficult because nipa na wokobo ano no the list a wobeye no no watwe ahye ba bi a wuyi na fi no ye problem na ye wo no enu nie ye nananom abreso no na obi gi obi ade a ode koma no ye de ne ye different de ye pa na ye pe ye mfa hu ni nipa ye say na onye wo hwe. This prevent them from creating and feeding their mental plane with negative thoughts. Na eni biri bebre sa ni omumu inti na omu nyiye niama wo suma se ye omu se enu de obi ehu ye nti esunsunsanso eni honom. I'm telling you, most of your leaders are walking sick because of niama omu ye ni de wa omu abuse power. Mam fancy wo. You feed the mental plane with anything you feel you want to feed. Nemo ye ready say e the reward na ebra physically a obetumi age. They were not feeding their mental plane with negative thoughts. Oni obi a time. They feed the mental plane with light energy. And therefore, their world was full of powerful vibrations. This is it. When na ye force say ye beye, na ye ntumi nye da. Now to baby kura hu ye obi eyi unya hwizu. So, the fall of man, Bible, the fall of man, or the fall of the angels, or the fall of the higher beings is not a fall from the sky. Because when you look at everything that is happening around us, the more nipa that's any feel or getting closer to God, the more onipa that's any rather drifting away from God. Because ye kum ye nyamisu no efiri mu dia mepe no eno ana mepe me mfa ho ne nua bekom ti the fall of man no enye se angel no motete firi soro ebeto fom wa na wo ye angel wa na wo ye bibia the fall of man is the negative energy we feed our mental plane ene dia ede beba yeso enti when you hear the fall of man enye obi a wate firi osoro ahenni mu abehwe fom. It is a movement of consciousness from the astral and etheric to the 3D world. Ahaya ye movie ye bibia everyone ye dini na ebedruha. Bonene beshe ye mu ma ni ye kun odo free ye mu ni ye be static what these 3 chakras na wo ye mu no and at 3 chakras no so ya blocking na out of enviness and greediness. And na yete ha ni ye behavior ye tantan time. Obi free ye muso opagya ne ho pe ye de na ba down o tan hunu wo be bisa na senti na me sa guy na sem no kra no mo kan on social media na me hu ni ti hu ni nan na se nipa na free this tribe mu a is the person not a Ghanaian we want to be in kan na ebrew nti you can why do we hate ourselves like that eno na ya me pesa meti ase why sa de no me pamcho eye kesa na pamcho wo mo hwa ye den Because sometimes I don't really understand. And ka pa asem na unya asem, ba ye kuro mu ade on pa on asem na auto dem na dapo. Still benya asem. Adenti na ye tisa. Me just a question you. Boa me na mente ase na mentumi ente ase kura. Ye de ya hoɔden ni nyinara aba begina the physical world. Yesterday na me ne soja pani bi pa kasa wa America. Na obisa me say, how do we Africans understand what is called social media? I'm saying, na papa ba some no baby me. Or say, social media by ye say be project knowledge ni niama, but ye nim say social media ni niama ye was tell the characteristics of country na me gina phone so na me hwe no. Obisa me say ye nim the power social media contains na me gina phone so na me hwe no. Na me hu ni amen kan kire papa no because me nim so obi enim we ya akaniama ni bi wo hokra ye mfa mba because at the moment you put the thing on social media no it goes beyond you as a person. Wo de wabusun aka ho, wo de wo tribe aka ho, wo de wo kuro na aka ho, wo de wo mpanimfu aka ho, wo de omine continent ni nyina aka ho. Now who is behaving like this? Oh you say nti na me say wo ya ade a pa wo twen ho kakra. Uni obi wo issue a fa kwan bia so ne hia no obi a wada woni dem a wada let the person be enye kura yesu ban de mintumi hu say entokwa no I don't know, I don't get it honestly. This is how we actually have to be, and this is the message. And say ye to me back from na ye to me feed ye mental plane with light, so that we are able to disperse powerful vibrations. Ebeboa ye mind, ebeboa ye continent. Ye betumi aye. Yesuman ensemu. For the 3D world was only in their negative thoughts. Ahanom na ya a form na wo ba no. Na ewe binum negative thought no. But they made it their number center of their consciousness. A person obi no create baby o. No person ntwi ni pe nyina begu ho cause obetumi create bibia ontumi create ni pakra enti no obeye bibia e be chi obia to sa ehonom no. Therefore we fell from a higher heaven to a lower plane of 3D consciousness. Enti ye ka the fall of man from Garden of Eden to hine ye wo consciousness no unim de na e ba from na wo dane wo ho sebe wo go below nipa na wo dane whatever you can think of. And none your friend say, what do you limited? Ubi bia block. Is this our case? Shall yet to say batteries. We have energy, but we don't have heads to control the energy. This is what is called mental plane. Now let's look at dreams come true. At the moment you understand this, when they say spirituality, you know what to do. What is dream comes true? What can I say? Dreams come true. Oh, you see, what can be that? Pacha, okay, now we refer to the comment section. Dreams come true. There is an awakening maxim that says that everything in this world is turned upside down. Ebise brunsam onu mom no ye nyankopon ena nyankopon mom no ye brunsam yati bebrebe. If you want to go on a path of truth and enlightenment, your very first step is to understand that we are living in an invented universe. Mpeso obi ate ase. Santi ase we se ni ho no ma magic bi eni ho, spell bi eni ho, rituals bi eni ho a wo be perform. Ti ase Maame. You have to understand this. Was Bible mu all the mystery books ni nyina, religious books ni nyina ewom. Omo ka se me yohokwo wa ha, osuru ni me fie, obi anim se aha nye end. Obekọ baabi, but eye hifa. Eye hifa. Ena obi abekọ no. Se woti we ase. If you really want to take the path of spirituality, this is the first understanding. And when I say utumi eti ase. We are living in an invented universe where good is portrayed as bad and bad is being made to appear good. Bonsam, aya bonsam, ena nyame ye nyame. But if you want to understand, weigh the two. If it is light and darkness, weigh the two. If it is hot and cold, weigh the two. If it is laughter and tears, weigh the two. If it is happiness and sadness, weigh the two. This is the beginning of spirituality. That is why when you hear preconditioning statements like dream come true, you must be careful. You don't use it to program your subconscious mind. When they say dream come true, is it for you as a human being or it is for somebody? Say you see dream come true, ube to me the ashe utrim. Say we ye ni pay, ube to me the asam na ashe utrim. And I say you obi and any dream ebem muma yankwane shade. The reality of our world is delusional. And that's why we pay for our right to live on earth. And when I hear say na meka no adenti no nipa etie bibia ansa na watena asase so even emframa ohome na ebi sasa emframa ye home so yetia say yenhwe. It is only people who pay to be on this physical plane because it is a universe of deception and delusion, and that delusion must be kept going. And you be sheye ono wachicha amenipa na wama ye bibia ye te se dai so na wada na wo so dai na wo dream ni mu na ye wo se wabra abo anu no obi na wahyehe we amayen na wo pew wo mpew esese wo follow se wo humpo na wo se nya e de na wo betumi aye wo ho. Some people do not even know that we pay for everything in this world, including the air we breathe. In fact, let's look at it. Yes, the air we breathe is not for free. Governments and countries have big budgets and collect taxes from us to pay for our air treatment and climatic conditions. We pay tax from home. Google the budget for climate change spending, and you will understand that nothing in this universe is free. Google it and share some from home. Bibia ye free mode ni padaseni e so. No animal do that. Mwana sebe kafra omu hono. Omu ntia tax from frama omu home. Ye tia tax no aban dia kotua frama ye home no eka. Edie be mpa na nipa nko aye. All living things live on this planet as natural free inhabitants. But people are deluded by the commercialism of the earth. Baby ayeti no e obi no wabo. No wahyehyɛ ne mra. E no odi obi ho tan. And obi baby say na ya tan no mo ahyehyɛ ama bibifo a so omo na mu bia ya calculation ni yie na hwɛ. E ho wo nya adwuma mpa nya adwuma aduane dia ha wo ya adwuma mpa ntumi ntua wo ka. Ye obi business. Ye obi business. In this light, when we give birth to a new one, they must be programmed from birth for the people who own this place, so that when they grow up, they won't question or rebel against these conditions of a fake monetized world. Into why are you telling me so? Are you aware of all this? Just say, oh, person, just say, nyankopon sebe odo aboa eche nipa. Because all sort of things. Na nyembia o. Enipa ne kodi eduaba. No nyankopon pam ye free garden of Eden patch. Mo anu so mo ye den. We na ese ye dwen ho. Ye ndwi we hu. Ye ndwi we hu da. Obi se nyame na abo ye nyina na wa de ne ye ese ye tia bibia. Na de na yen ye case ye different. That is why a preconception statement like dream come true is advertised in books, movies, churches, schools, and all social settings to make sure we absorb it to the maximum. As I say, you say dream come true. Enti obibini enim say ni dream awaso no ebebam eyasem papa ma no okitemu o project eye hwan na ne dream abam ama no yenya ye nyina ye living things ye te aboa kora wa hoto echenye obibini wo Ghana ha eno na ye dream abam na ana obi fufuro dream bi e na abam ama no yenhwe asem we sei. Dreams are the special level of the etheric realm where emotions and thoughts of the 3D body are manifested so that they can be pushed into the mental plane to be created as reality. That is dreams. This is how this works. A problem. Anytime we sleep and dream, we are creating the physical world of our next day. So, in short, we are living in a dreamland or a dream world. And you say, if we are living in a dream world there, and you want any dream na abemu, what am I person would dream deep about it. All the things we are seeing now are created from our thoughts and our emotions, which pass through the dream world as energy to be sent into the mental plane, where they are created as actual 3D world. Manifestation to be real. Inti when we say ye programming ni na you obi wiase. And ya programming ye ndi ama nti you obi mom ni dream na abem. And who is this? And so, what the rulers of this world want you to do is to keep dreaming and have more dramatic moments to shape your emotions and thoughts. Because your emotions eye obi gold mind. Eye eme binum se wo beda na we live in a dream for their world. Ema omomu dream ebem. Who are these? We don't look into these things. Now ye busy preaching and protecting and projecting obi areas. So, the more you produce emotions, the more those emotions go into the dream world to create energy that is sent into the mental plane to create new realities of the 3D world. So when you look at Africa like this, then you will get the full meaning of everything that is happening to us. Our emotions are so bad. You're too emotional. Ne niaman so a ye project edigu ye mental plane ni mu no se ese ba reality a eno ne ye wiase a yetim na gata ebu no nipa de baller egu gata mu nsu oto no de igum e ka akwan ni ye nyina ye namu ne ye kɔ ni nyina ye niama ye load ye yakoma. Your emotions are bitter, they are bad. Emotionally, we are not balanced. All our chakras are blocked as people. Inti niyamani bi wakwa ye ya wudwin ho a na wuntumi nti ase ye kora. So nipa we panka ni emotions you okay. And now all create a great light. Edi gu ni mental plane ni mu a anka on create this reality but this 3D world da. Cause we show brony behavior, now show bibini behavior, and tiase ba ku saying, it's all about the nyama ye project. It is a choice. A choice for you. Your condition is your choice. Eti nyama ni bebra ye hu na ye yenya na yakose o. But because we love pointing fingers at people, ye nhwe ye ho say ye na yakose ye ho problem. Ye po obi ni ye de ahye no. Ni kunu beko on hu ni na ade a oye na yire beko on hye na ade a oye yo na dwuma ne be sei on hye na ade a oye yo de bia ye blame others for your predicament. And so say wo ya ade no obi hu so obi ehu wo share secret one share secret dia wo ye no eno de afa eno na be project into Africans ye behavior ene ye niama ye ya pamucho muche pa ye emotions and emotionally dear ben and a wow ye send. Is it light or bitterness? Your emotions, your thoughts, it's what creates your reality. And one thing I make catch that will play says a wood tenacity. Now see what you need po. Said this is what you want to move with your eyes. Now what see what you need po so be nothing can ever stop you. Me say me ya ade a kai bibie ni ho esi me kwan That is why Tyler Perry is rich and famous as a filmmaker. Usha na ya wesi. Now usha nobody should tell you say oh you're rich poto. Oh you're rich papa. From the beginning to his recent movie Astral, you can clearly trace how traumatic and emotionally draining Tyler Perry's movies are. Meche acrimony, meche Beauty in Black, mache ni movies because now no na yepe na asem because of Madia. Ti ya she ni movies a me say opa ahwe. Ni movies ni nyinara. He understands the system. What rules, what pays. So he actually know what to invest to gain. On the storyline, it's not just a storyline. On him, how to put the script for the rulers to hold on to it. Now we're to me again. All his movies say horror, nima, emotional, especially when it comes to black women. They are every day emotional. Akrim on you say why? Na ye taraji ya. Oni guy ni bre yesa. Ana fe di obre buru so na say oje na wo me kakra na o hete ye na ko ware obruni. Mu nyina mo hwe wa hwe no ko na ko hwe. Nti no wahu ehefa ena sa emotional torture no ana drain no eko. One ti bibi ase na wo ya obeboka. Ube faili, ube hwe but sa wo ti ade na ase na wo ya, that is when you survive. Onimnia oye. Upa she all black movies a omo ye na she na dream deep about asama America sesi. From Woman King to Wakanda, name them every black movie I watch. If you will not be emotional, why is it so? It doesn't matter the storyline. They will put you to the edge of the highest dramatic trauma and rewire your entire emotional state to wherever you are. No be a straw. No be a straw. No be musu. No be a emotional. What are we disbursing? What is somebody harvesting? Can we at least calculate and do this for our continent? At least, muma yensi read some meanings. Na yenhu what it pays. Na say yebe yempo na a few of us ye weja ho na nkola na ye free ayenye. Nothing is moving in Ghana. And a dollar na ebu cedi na ebu dollar. Dollar na ebu cedi a hwan ebu hwan no. Someone say na ya slow. Now kura yen papa. Sika no kura ba from no ya pompia hye ho. Every business is slow. But just what on tomatoes ni ade a enye wo na make. And the then you be ba beto the real business is slow. Ask anybody are all importing. Are you slow? Because you are pumping sika. Your problem is soon. You more as black people. Movies and entertainment are like the powerhouse for manufacturing emotions and traumatic thoughts. That is why such movie makers are rich and their movies are all over the world. You can never trace their source of money. Sanka movie pa na emeni penye sika. Adeni ye ni sika. Ye started a year and there. Adeni ye ni sika. They play an important role in making sure we produce the highest volume of emotions, and they follow up by making us cast spells on ourselves. Omubema ya cast a spell edi egu yeso by chanting mantras. Cause ubeshe movie no now you say now they omube boy na yenya ya cast spell edi ato yeso. Me chere cake mu na me de ba sesi na me de ba church na me chire onyame a owo ho is equally on this platform, and how they harvest emotions and energy from us. So one sha obetumi ahwe after this episode. Omuma ye cast spell gu yeso by chanting the mantra of dream come true. Dream come true. Obia beka bi, oh dream come true, oh dream come true. Yenti ase eye hwan dream na abem. Keep on dreaming. Why minua? Don't stop dreaming. Say what da? And now we live a dream life. I hear we say we live a life. uti obi wiase utie mframa wo humipo eno na ye wiase no nti se ye te se wiase mu na ye san so kire nkrofo spirituality san de omukose sa wiase na se a we can't call it awakening na we ye koya na ye bae. They make us stay in dream mode forever. We are dreamers. So once the machine of dreams is always working, okay, they are safe. And the machine for creating emotions is always working, they will recycle you all the time. The mental plane always has energy from us to create and sustain the reality of this 3D world. Their dream have come true. Dream abem and dream abem. When someone tells you to never stop dreaming, don't see it like he's telling you to chase your dreams or work for success. No. To me, when you tell me this, I will get angry. No one cares about your dream. No one cares. Your success or your glory does not matter to the ruler and archons of the universe. They don't care. They care less. You are a nobody. There is this thing people bring to my office. If we don't understand these things, say we na spirituality. Na say because of small issue, open solution and spirituality, we will remain in the mud. There is this thing that people bring to my office about masturbation and masturbation. So I gathered like about 20 people and decided to take them through a particular study. Because and for the ashe boys seeing in our dreams masturbation is spiritual. A mindset can be stronger and powerful. So when you masturbation na and so if you are the enemy bani if you are the enemy because when semuno din chen oba ne hono and that place is the most hygienic place e wo nipa bia body that place no enti when semuna wo ye all the time is harder. Inti ema wo nerves na wo wade no ho no enu nti na obe ye aduru baabi na ade na hi obe ye aduru baabi na nsuo firi mu ni ade eba. I am educating these people. In Crawford, they are so much masturbating ye spiritual. It's a mindset you said. It's up to you to say that I won't do again. But okay, be almost say in a fed me reducing and bad and maybe some say. It is a masturbating ye spiritual. And ye na didn't in spiritual. And almost soon if I was sperm no and they better never say to be obi na me beside. I got 7 out of them. They have girlfriends and they still do that thing. And I'm not just say I best center was sperm no so. And me beside say Elon Musk ne sperm. Kwame Despite ne sperm. Mahama president ne sperm. And they will sperm. Se soon be wo pa. Why sperm na nko be kwa kofa. Wo sperm na die ne wu wa ba bia wo da kora nye no gina wo hwemanim mahu ya ma spirituality na ye like aye beans. Masturbating is what people go through because our education system is bad. They will not give the children phone. Okwa brochira de odi school ni bra wo no odi ogina class 1 kora ku school odi phone ko nkole ko SHS ho na yemfa phone mom, no internet, nothing, no communication. They cut off point. No mu ko share house master bi ana obi otete na no kwa ye depressed, why ye stress. Oh hu ni onye boys dormitory, girls dormitory. The next thing is pulling it. Soapy. Into beya 3 years now baby school na de na ka ho. Na ugusu aye, ko abeya wo de. Into changing that mindset becomes difficult. Obi so atena ba bia ka tro say you sunsun. Ti me bisa omo say yesunsum no akwankyere de ama omo yina na me bisa omo say ayeyi ana omo say enye yi ekrom hanom ye ni social workers. They don't go around looking for whoever to cancel. Ye di bibia shesunsum. If we should talk spirituality, this is spirituality. How to liberate ourselves should be our concern. Anywhere sibia ye yusu na ese yetumi di kodi na yete ye ho ase. What they want is to keep you in a dream state so you don't wake up. Because if you don't wake up, it is a dream come true for them. And some of us are also refusing to work. Ye pay easy way to the spirituality now perform to the lowest level. Therefore, you are telling yourself to keep dreaming. And for that spell, it means you will always be dreaming and dreaming. And until you say life is illusion. This is it. What die so die? A year will say will die now was your life. Maame Grace poke you. Say sorry ni yempe bibi nyen sorry ni pe nyina obi si da. Ma yen da ye ni mu ne die na yeso no. Ma yenya ko say ye dream beba true. Because as I say ye prove it then. Na social media fame minim what it comes with. And now go kwa spirituality a ubenya se obenya ka onu nipa na ono so oba obenya ka no ka be na ochi. E pulika ba ko tena to say ma wa unkoda 5 days and some wenya ne. Enye anu na spirituality. Enkrofo guys ne ba studio ho no ma na omu gina cars no no omu ebinum no omu twa pictures ne ade. Have you seen me with a car before? Enye anu na parity no. This is what we are focusing on. Ade achechire yen no. Achechire yen sa achechire yen nan. Enti so ba ko yi ne nsa no we yiye nyina mom ye mpia na chi no yi ne nsa no yiye nyina. Yi njai back biting no. Emboa ye da. Say ye your mind. Emboa ye da. Sebi nyansani bia ni ho. Sebi kraman mpo ontena ho. Ema ni wo mechi ni wura emfi ni fie mfa nkoda kraman mpo nye sa. Na yenya ye die yenya ye nuamo ye ni omote ya na asem to omo a ye mpo ni ye bedi anim akose munkunu ntontwene wei echan emonsam ye go nipa ni bi wo omu suban no e ya bronsam ankasa na ebo omu se bronsam nya udwen ho a untumi nti ase da wei ena ya ade ese ye dwen ho nti wo dey keep dreaming. You shall never be awake because edana yada ni mu a na ebi mu so ye business until ye trust e benya na ebi mu na ebi mu pie ebi no shem. You are the farm for emotional input indeed to create the fake world. You are making these people powerful. You call them God, you worship them, you do this, you do that, you do this. You are just in a dream state. And I am saying that let's wake up. Tell me what is wrong with what I'm saying. Tell me. The day we wake up, say, bah, everything will change and we are able to lay hands on our continent. It's not about anything. It's all about waking up. And waking up, no sooner ya chia na akoshe ha. She said, "Your friend say, you are the one sleeping and dreaming and producing materials for sustaining the 3D world. That is why such movies are financed by unknown agents." Because papa inisike pa unyane. They are extra rich. Sometimes we say, "Oh, me say edume ye bisa, ye eduma sa ye nya sika ni bi pacha sa o." Aye eduma since I was 16. My ye eduma sa. A person like Tyler Perry is important because he has the key to creating emotional power from the black population across the world. That is why you cannot go and break his neck like they broke the other guy's neck. Na Ghana government abeye yi man wo Ghana. Oh, you're so important. Blacks are emotional and soulful. I told you from the beginning. Therefore, keeping black people in a dream state and experiencing traumatic events in their subconscious mind is just like a gold mine for some people. Doing this to the blacks is like a gold mine for the archons, and then the archons will bless you. When you harvest it for them, he will bless you. So the scan to me who source of money. This is what someone is discovered into a true movies, no back to back. Na black, na black way, na black. Now me catch them say they will groom our own, and no be use amaye. I see a wolf in sheep clothing. People don't understand. So when you looking like what? We have this serious matter at hand. Who joking? People are emotional harvesters. They harvest emotions for money. Be careful where you go. Be careful where you go. It is a bumper harvest for negative emotions that need to create the illusion of the future. We should movies amabobo oboso we tumi abobo obobi e wo comment section ho amanfo akoridi na mahuni making. This is not a vision for the faint. We didia na wada na wosono a. You will never get through to this point. This is why most legends talk about gods coming into this world to harvest and mine for gold. Bibisa wasase no. So omo say nyame bi ba ha no omo be harvesting no omo ye gold a edie be gold e no omo ba behwehwe. It is not physical gold, but your emotions in your blood. Your emotions in your blood. And this is why you people killed all kinds of animals for your abosom. It is the emotions you are harvesting for them. Not the blood, but the emotions and the energies in the blood is what you are harvesting for them. Until from nowhere, they were just harvesting emotions in the blood. This is what I am drawing our attentions to. So we are able to think deep about these things and find our way out. No matter how bad, we need to navigate. Why should this be a problem? I am rather the devil. Oh, wow. They came because they saw a powerful race, me and you, whose blood, when made to vibrate on negative emotions, can provide powerful energy to create new planets and new worlds. Even your negative energy creates for them. Imagine if we turn it into a positive energy. What would we create for ourselves? This is what has become difficult for us as Africans. They always want us out. Every day, they are chasing us from one place to another. Munko, yetumo, it's all about blacks. Why don't we think deep about this? Therefore, even though we are in this 3D world, our emotions are being harvested like a corn farm. Oh my God. And used to create the same world we are in to keep us reincarnating. You brag about reincarnation. Oh my God. You brag about reincarnation as if it's an achievement. Oh, how? And you are preaching awakening. Forget it. So that we can produce more vibrations for them to use to maintain their fucking world. Sorry, fucking world. The battle is all about blacks. Their blood, their emotions, and everything they carry. But blacks, nankasa, are they thinking about this? Obisi me a racist. Me, I don't have a problem with white. Oh. If he's smart and wise, why should that be a problem for me? It is you, a black man, I don't understand. So, from the legends of the Sumerian mythology to the Egyptian and Persian dynasties of gods, it can be seen that a single story remains the same throughout. A dear story remain the same. The story says the gods came to earth because their world is collapsing and they needed a material to rebuild their planet. What material is that? And luckily for them, they got that material in abundance on earth. A dear material, no. A dear material. A dear we are seeing an collapsing. If they are gods, they couldn't maintain their wiase, and their wiase was collapsing, and they came to our wiase to look for something to hold their wiase. Think deep, oh, minia. Think deep. So they came to mine. One story has remained the same. And during the mining, they created subhumans to use as slaves to continue the mining. What kind of mining is that? And who are the subhumans? That's what the statement dreams come true means. Obini daye abe mamano, not your illusions. It is a program for us to keep being the minds of these entities. They harvest our brains, our emotions every time to keep their world. You are here thinking about what? That who created you. You are here worshiping who? I don't get you. Into us. Because says idea way in simua. And you dream and no life on. Until we are the alba for my abedu level bay. To omu harvest yen as gold. It's your emotion. So they can forever feed on our energies. No life for them. So these are the realities of the etheric and mental planes in today's studies. So if any being or deity is not communicating this and is ready to help us get ourselves out of this, no need for worshiping that God. Don't worship any God for coins if it's not going to give you freedom. Generation. And there's no need for worshiping any God. This is the case. Until this thing is sorted. Until ye nyane fi dream nimu. Nyane fi nanimu. Nyane. I corrected this error. Forget everything. Because liberation is everything we are looking at. At that moment, liberation is set. Freedom is set. Ascension is set. Then we know, say, we are on our path to our origin. When is this happening? Understand the terminology and semantics of spirituality so that you can teach your children the meaning of awakening. You see that what education I'm giving now, obi akwa bombi eni ho a obetumi akire. Enti ensom bo mano. Cause strategy the ajana one. So this is a whole work. Talking for 2 hours. And paying for masters, no more invite to come and teach. You need to understand this so you can teach your children. So you don't put them in more shackles than the Ekosone Dada in the name of awakening. No. When we say awakening, we mean stop living in the dream world. Wake up. This is what I'm saying. Wake up, Africa. This is my message, and it will forever be my message. Wake up. This is what I'm preaching. Stop listening and watching spells dressed like movies and entertainment that just keep you in the dream state. Be careful the kind of things you watch. I have a whole lot to handle. You have a whole lot to learn. You have a whole lot to do. So we don't actually have time for tantrums. The metaphysical cosmology of planes and realms continues. Yebeye sa episode. Yebeya kopim se yebenya efi wo benyane. They can pave the way for the ones coming. This is what is called awakening. Not any god or any gossip or any beta groups. All these things are curse. I don't know why Africans, some of us are so bitter. Is it a curse? I leave this question for you. Shalom. Peace.